Movie stars are like gods and goddesses.
Bury me in the nameless grave.
Magic only exists if you allow it, if you open yourself up to the possibility of, you know.
Currently, sex is suppressed. Sorry, your day is over.
We are here to tell you that it is you who should now be afraid of us.
You died for nothing.
My advice is to sleep with as many people as possible.
God, let me give you a little inside information about God.
Jesus! I'll say it again! Jesus!
He's a sadist! Worship that! Never!
How are so many of Hollywood's most famous actors and actresses able to be so amazingly effective and convincing in their performances?
That guy was so electrifying that it came through the television.
How is it that they can move us to laughter, tears, or anger at the drop of a hat? Are they truly gifted with natural talent, as many suggest?
You see this and you're dazzled by their talent.
Do they possess a creative streak of genius that is unknown to most men? Or unknown to most men, are they in fact possessed? Is it possible that these actors and actresses are possessed by demonic spirits who have a specific agenda to fulfill? Oscar award-winning actor Denzel Washington told 60 Minutes exactly how he brings forth his best performances.
Basically what I did was got on my knees and sort of communicated with the spirits. And when I came out, I was in charge.
Powerful scene.
Powerful scene. It was. I couldn't have acted that. I couldn't have written that down and made a decision to play that.
What, are you gonna smoke that?
Nope, you are.
Hell if I am. Yeah, Jesus freak. Yeah, Jesus freak.
The one-woman entertainment empire known as Oprah has strong affiliations with the demonic realm. The most familiar face on television says,
"You can not only use your body and physical self. This is how I see acting. I ask my body to be the carrier for the spirits of those who have come before me in a way that is most meaningful to the character. Just become the vehicle for that character."
Calling out for these entities to take her over so that she may become a sparkling puppet, Oprah admits of her work before the camera.
I tried to empty myself and let the spirit inhabit me.
With her global influence, her shows have become a smorgasbord for the New Age agenda.
Maybe there's no devil. It's just God when he's drunk.
Robin Williams, who is perhaps one of the world's most celebrated comedians, admits that he becomes possessed during his acting performances.
Yeah, literally it's like possession. All of a sudden you're in. You just get this energy that starts going.
With movies that promote homosexuality, magic, cross-dressing, and New Age philosophy, it is not hard to understand the demonic element that is using him as a puppet. Given all the credit for his impressionable acting to the spirit world, Williams adds,
"But there's also that thing. It is possession. In the old days, you'd be burned for it. But there is something empowering about it. I mean, it is a place where you are totally. It is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, where you really can become this other force."
Oscar award-winning Shirley MacLaine's 40-plus films have escalated her to superstar status, and she has used this popularity to further her cause as a prominent player to advance the New Age movement.
If you're somebody like me, and there's millions of us out there who are interested in astrology, meditation, numerology,
it should be no surprise to learn that she too undergoes possession that results in successful performances. MacLaine explains,
I had seen so many channels and mediums over the past few years. I decided I would apply the same thing to show business. I simply channeled a character that we had created. This time I allowed the character to inhabit me. I trusted that the magic would work. Channeling and inspiration had become one and the same.
Why would demonic spirits be so interested in possessing movie stars? Because according to the scriptures, one of Satan's primary objectives for the planet is to bring mankind into a massive spiritual deception in preparation for the Antichrist. The book of Revelation states that Satan is called
the great dragon, the ancient serpent called the devil, or Satan, the one deceiving the whole world.
Satan's grand finale to deceive the whole world will be through a man called the Antichrist, that Satan will use to draw worship to himself. The book of Revelation further tells us,
and he was given authority to rule over every tribe and people and language and nation. And all the people who belong to this world will worship the beast.
These amazing future events are being preceded by an occult explosion that was also prophesied over 2,000 years ago. Paul the Apostle wrote that the last days would be laden with occult teachings, doctrines, and rebellion. He stated that the Antichrist's coming would be
in accord with the activity of Satan, with all power, signs, and false wonders, and with all the deception of wickedness for those who perish.
Satan has been brainwashing people and paving the way for this time through the influential power of Hollywood celebrities. Satan has pulled this off through what has been classically called demon possession. God's Word uses the term medium at times to describe those who have become pawns or channels for evil spirits.
When you are possessed by a spirit, you become that spirit, and you are no longer a human being.
While no one in their right mind would ever want to undergo demonic possession, there are those today who zealously seek and pursue communion with Satan in order to attain power, fame, and fortune. Many people are not aware that Satan's purpose is to use his servants to trick us into sinful lifestyles. Harvey Weinstein, co-president of Miramax Studios, admits that film has given America an acceptance of things I don't think they would have embraced. Maybe they were tricked into it by an exciting marketing campaign, but when they came out of it, they came out different.
Do I look like somebody who tried to trick you?
Paul the Apostle spoke of how Satan himself is an actor and that he uses other actors to snow their audiences and who are in reality servants of Satan. Paul wrote,
"They have fooled you by masquerading, but I am not surprised. Even Satan can masquerade himself as an angel of light. So it is no wonder that his servants can also do it by pretending. In the end, they will get every bit of punishment their wicked deeds deserve."
To masquerade means to cover with a mask or disguise. The Greek word is used in the Old Testament in the Septuagint of the demon-possessed King Saul, who disguised himself by putting on other clothes when seeking a channeled spirit through the witch of Endor. In Jesus' day, actors were people in the heathen nations who would put on masks of the false gods they worshipped in an attempt to portray them. The better they could portray a particular deity, the better an actor they were. They were the absolute best actors when they were possessed by that demon god and could channel for him, emulating his true character.
Danny Glover was Paul D. First day, when she says, "Paul D, is that you?" I couldn't even hold myself inside my body. It was unbelievable.
What we will see is that not much has changed from then to now other than the intensity and breadth of the movement to destroy the souls of men and women. Aleister Crowley, considered to be the chief Satanist of the 20th century, wrote of the best way to practice becoming possessed in his book Magic in Theory and Practice. Crowley writes, "There are three main methods for invoking any deity. The third method is the dramatic, perhaps the most attractive of all. Certainly it is so to the artist's temperament, for it appeals to his imagination through his aesthetic sense." He goes on to explain the dramatic method. In the third method, identity is attained by sympathy. It is very difficult for the ordinary man to lose himself completely in the subject of a play. But for those who can do so, this method is unquestionably the best. The foremost Satanists taught that the best way to experience demonic possession was to act in a play, or in our day's terms, a movie. Konstantin Stanislavski, considered by many to be the father of several modern acting techniques, including the method, resurrected many of these ancient ideas and has initiated countless actors and actresses over the last 100 years into these occult ideologies. Stanislavski stated that 9/10 of acting a role out was based on a spiritual experience in which the actor was to be transformed into someone else. Other popular forms of acting similarly involve occult principles whereby one is able to open themselves up to be possessed and taken over.